Polloi is an anarchist punk band from Edinburgh in Scotland. Having been at it for 10 years, the band reflects the anarchist movement both in their lyrics and their do-it-yourself punk ethic. Busy with problems in their own country, Polloi are about to embark on a European tour in the anarchist punk network of squatted venues and basements. Deke, their singer, explains why it's easier for them to book the tour themselves.
I think we have a slight advantage in that because we've got records out, it's slightly easier for us because a lot of people have actually heard the music, and also they know with a certain amount of politics in there, and that we're always keen to do benefit gigs and stuff like that. We support animal rights and the squatting scene and all these kinds of things, so that makes folk quite well disposed to us, which is quite good. So basically we made a few phone calls, wrote a few letters, and folk phoned and wrote back to us, and we got the gig sorted like that.
The band spends a good deal of their free time at the Unemployed Workers Center. Callum and Matt often help cook cheap vegan food in the People's Kitchen, where people from the community meet and organize against social injustice.
One of the most important things that happens in the centre is the cafe. It's a vegan cafe that provides really nutritious food 6 days a week, and it's really, really cheap. And it's, in a lot of ways, the real heart of the place. It gives the place a real social atmosphere, and it provides a really valuable service for lots of people that can't afford decent food otherwise. The groups that meet at the centre realise that nothing is really going to be achieved through politicians or political parties. The groups that meet at the centre realise that the real strength is in loads of folk getting together and taking direct action.
Among other things, the center provides support for people on unemployment, includes a playroom, gig space, darkroom, and studios for artists.
They're determined to try and eliminate a space which is used as a base for grassroots organising and direct action. They just can't put up with a community centre which is outside their control. We've actually been occupying the centre 24 hours a day. We've got people here overnight, we've got people here through the day and through the evening, just to make sure that the council can't evict us.
The organisers at the centre feel that they are being closed down for political purposes, as it is one of the only spaces in Scotland encouraging direct action against the government. It also serves as a space for groups fighting social injustice and those dodging the English poll tax.
What we're doing here tonight is we're watching this building in case the cops come and crash it down. And you may not think that I look very capable of defending this building, but we have a strong fortress here. It's actually, you get the same kind of feeling that people who are sieged in a castle must have got. It actually feels as exciting as that, doesn't it?
We're convinced that if we get enough support and if enough people rally round and are prepared to physically defend the centre, that we can keep it open and that we can keep this resource and this base for resistance to social injustice going.
This first morning of part of the Polish tour, we're going to go a bit Poland soon, and it's about 12:15. Colin's coming to collect us in about half an hour, and we're not packed yet, and I'm getting all stressed out.
I'm not sure what to expect, but it's always good to expect the worst, so you're prepared for these things. That's it.
I'm really looking forward to going to Eastern Europe because we went there before, and personally it was the best place I've ever been. We're off on tour. We're gonna fucking rock. We're also looking forward to talking to a lot of the people there because a lot of them are really, really active. Because a lot of the punks had to put up with real shit, like there were people being put in prison for singing subversive lyrics, and we've got a lot of the people in the East that have been in it for a few years. The risks that they've taken, I mean, they really mean what they say, which is a refreshing change from this country where to a lot of people it's just a fucking glorified social scene.
The band would spend the next 2 months visiting 10 countries from the confines of a rented car.
Come on in, I'll show you around. Our royal stateroom.
We got our Polish Facebook. We're learning to say this song's about police bastards and stuff like that. I think it's time for some liquid refreshment.
Yeah.
We need this. Helps us to spread the anarchist message. Oh, cheers. Whoa, respect.
I'll get myself some champagne.
Cool.
This is a punk rock lifestyle. Cheers. Just drink some champagne.
That's strawberry.
I thought it was a one-way street, man.
Well, we went to Poland 4 years ago, and it was really interesting to see the country, especially this was before all the, you know, the changes. Things were starting to change, but people are always told how bad the East is or was, and sure there was a lot of shit. But on the other hand, there was a really, really good public transport system. Hardly any cars, some beautiful countryside, and in a lot of ways it was simpler but much better. And we went there again 2 years later, just briefly, and although we were only there for a couple of days, we could see it was starting to change already for the worse. And the people that we spoke to, this was the same in the Czech Republic, were saying that what's happened is they've got these politicians coming in because people were so fucked off with the bad aspects of communism. These kind of right-wing populist politicians came in, taking people like Thatcher as their heroes, and just started demolishing the welfare state system, the public transport, healthcare, all this kind of stuff. And what's happened is a few people have done extremely well out of it. You know, there's a few people really, really rich, and organised crime has done quite well as well. But a lot of the ordinary people have just ended up in total shit.
Poland's really good. It's better than what I thought. People are really nice in Poland. Well, not everyone, but the bands that we're playing with in Famia, these people, they're cool. They're great, really nice people. Last night we sampled a lot of Polish vodka. Very good, and I still feel a bit lightheaded.
I've really enjoyed Poland so far.
He has very beautiful eyes.
Oh yeah. On ma piękne oczy. On ma piękne oczy. He has very beautiful eyes.
The guy? Boss.
Ej, morze jest bardzo zimne. The sea is very cold. Possibly. Ten kawałek jest o zwalczaniu fascismu. This song is about the smashing of fascism.
The real problem is with the consciousness of the people, but they see like 4 or 5 years ago when borders became open, Poles were going to Austria, to Germany, taking some shitty jobs, making good money to come back to Poland and to have their 5 minutes of glory. And now it's the same situation for the people from Romania, from Ukraine, from all the countries of previous USSR, and they are met with aggression from the Polish people. Even not skinheads, not fascists, just daily people. Oh, Russians, oh, Romanians everywhere, with dirty Romanians on the streets. We don't like it, but it happens in everyday life. It's not good thing is that it's not organized. They are all the right-wing parties in Poland. They quarrel between each other. There is no unity. I think that's a very good point for us. Everything is messy.
It really is disturbing. You know, you go there and there's whole roomfuls full of people's hair has been shaved off. Roomfuls of combs that have been taken away by the fucking Nazis. Roomfuls of shoes. It is so disturbing. It's just something. I mean, I was there yesterday. Yesterday I didn't want to talk about it. Now I'm angry about it. You know, it's so fucking shit. It is a horrible place. It's something that everyone should see just to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again. You know, it's so bad.
Westernization. It's a really difficult question, you know, to answer, because, you know, sometimes it makes me very, very angry. I think I don't like it because, you know, losing your cultural ground is the worst thing which could happen to any nation. I think it's definitely shit, you know, when the young people in Poland started, you know, to incorporate all those crazy Western ideas without thinking about it. Like, you know, they are going to eat something in McDonald's, you know, when the prices are much higher, you know, than the other Polish restaurant, just because it's fashionable, it's new. And this is definitely shit. I hate it. There is no possibility to see any other movies than American in Poland in the cinema, I think. This is shit as well. From the Barbie doll, you know, to the very expensive Western car. Kind of psychological invasion, you know, on the people here. I think only the small group of people, you know, who are thinking about the world in general, they are resisting about, you know, this thoughtless consuming of goods.
We're having navigational problems. We're very confused now. We don't know where we're going. We're trying to find a way out of Krakow. We're fucked. We don't know where we're going. But this part of the Polish leg of the tour has been fucking excellent. No complaints at all. Well, small ones like not enough beer, but we're just about to cross over into Slovakia. So we'll see what happens then.
Here we are in Kozice, in the Slovak Republic. We had some hassle off the border guards, and we got here really late. So we're now here at about midnight, getting on for midnight, in the basement of a squatted motorway service station, I think, hotel, and it must be below freezing. It's fucking freezing. So we're all here and we're about to rock. As you can see, it's a good, good punk rock gig here. Is the kids leaving already? Yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be DIY punk. Basically, we prefer to stay in people's houses or to stay in squats or something like that, because one of the main reasons that we're going on tour is to find out a bit about the countries and meet and talk to the people, and you get a far better experience if you're actually staying with people, because you're staying with people like yourself. And I feel really sorry for a lot of the sort of bigger American bands and stuff that come across to Britain and stay in guest houses or hotels, because they miss out on, I would say, more than half the point of going on tour, which is it's not just playing the gigs, it's like the meeting people afterwards.
Back in the late 70s, the punk bands weren't able to play in commercial places, so they naturally turned to the autonomous scene and the squatting scene, which was very much thriving in the late 70s, early 80s. The positive aspect of squatting is that you can regain buildings and use them for your own intentions and want to explore your creativity and imagination. So naturally, punks were also involved in the squatting movement, and when those buildings were squatted, they usually took the bottom floor to organize concerts for bands. They couldn't play in commercial halls.
By avoiding commercial venues, punk bands have found that they can thrive playing music in squatted buildings throughout Europe and can support a tour free of commercial control. Briefly returning to Scotland, Callum finds that his flatmate is one of the first to be arrested under a new series of laws known as the Criminal Justice Bill.
It started as a peaceful rally involving an estimated 20,000 people who were protesting against the Criminal Justice Bill. The police version of events is that at 4:30 they moved into the park to disperse the crowd who congregated around a sound system. The demonstrators regard this as deliberately provocative. They say they were attempting to leave anyway. Half an hour later, in order, the police say, to safeguard other officers, the mounted branch entered the park. Organisers argued this was unnecessary use of force. In the aftermath of the riot, both sides attempted to apportion blame. The organisers demanding an inquiry and the police pointing to a hardcore of troublemakers they branded as anarchists.
The police believe that anarchists stirred up trouble.
It just seems ridiculous to put people that are not criminals potentially in prison. I think most of them will go to prison. And I mean, there's going to be, the bill's only been in 3 weeks and already, about 45 people have been arrested under it, If it carries on at this rate, there's going to be nobody left at liberty in the UK. So, I don't know.
This is part of the campaign of mass defiance against the Tories' Criminal Justice Bill, which is the worst attack on your civil rights seen this century. We are going to demonstrate mass defiance against this Tory attempt to introduce the bones of a police state. Show the Tories that they might pass laws in Parliament, they might pass bits of paper saying that you're not allowed to assemble, you're not allowed to protest, you're not allowed to ramble the countryside, you're not allowed to rave or party if you choose to do so, but we will make the Criminal Justice Bill just as unenforceable as we made the poll tax through a campaign of mass defiance to uphold our democratic rights. The Scottish Alliance Against the Criminal Justice Bill have just occupied the district courts in St Andrew Street and showed what will follow if they dare enforce this brutal attack on civil rights. tell you what I think of you all. You're scum. You're all scum. People are peacefully protesting. That man is off his head. He is off his head. We'll calm him down. He's physically assaulting people. There will be charges brought if he continues it. It's a peaceful demonstration.
Later that day, the band visits friends at Polloi Free State, a camp in Glasgow built to protest the construction of a new motorway.
I am a free-born man of the Gypsy Nation. These people are trying to stop a road, you know. And what's going to happen is, as a consequence of this road, they're going to cut down this forest, which you can see over here, all these lovely trees which are over 200 years old. The road's kind of blasting through. And I mean, if it's worth saving, it's worth saving. I mean, this particular piece of ground was given to the people of Glasgow many years ago. I mean, it maybe doesn't look like much, but by the time they built a motorway through here, there'll be nothing left. And there's a lot of wildlife here. There's otters, there's deer, squirrels. Well, there'll be none of that left.
What we're hoping to do in Polloi Estate is to create a camp to air our views and concerns about the motorway they propose to put through Polloi Estate. So what we're doing is we're setting up here, building tree houses in a lodge, a big wooden lodge, building totem poles and carving stone. We're trying to make it as interesting as possible. We're getting some metal work going hopefully, and maybe some pottery. So what we're doing is, rather than slagging off the system, we're trying to do something positive. And we've got a few months to really make a difference, you know what I'm saying? Try and influence the way people look at it and raise awareness, you know? Because I was brought up in this neighbourhood, and it's one of the nearest bits of countryside, and it's where we kind of learned to sort of appreciate nature and wildlife. And there's so many hundreds of kids here who rely on it for to connect with nature. And it was given to the public. It's supposed to belong to the people, you know what I'm saying? So we've got an interest in it. It is communal land, it belongs to the people, so we should defend it if we value it. So that's why we're here.
I don't know if I had to say something important to people. I don't know what it would be. What would you say if you had to say something important to people?
What do you think you have to lose here?
What do you have to lose? Another little bit of space and a bit of nature in the city. It's just going to be another bloody road. Some cities, for example Bristol, that's all they are, one big fucking road. This is a bit of wide open space, a bit of semi-wilderness. You're ashamed to see it though.
Outraged that they're attempting to award, or that they are awarding the contract for the M77 in there today. For the last 5 months in particular, we have had every environmental group in Great Britain, we have had Glasgow District Council, the Regional Labour Party, thousands of citizens of Glasgow saying that it's an outrage, putting the points, putting the arguments,
given an alternative strategy explaining why you don't need this motorway, why building this motorway is a bad idea. Only last week you had the Royal Commission report to say that building this motorway was not a good idea, to say that motorway building and pollution was a bad idea. You had to stop it, you had to do something about it. And they are in there today behind closed doors because the decision was already made before we were allowed into the public galleries. They have made the decision behind closed doors without taking people into consideration in an undemocratic fashion and allowing this motorway to go ahead. We will physically stop this motorway from happening peacefully and non-violently with lots of fun and lots of singing and lots of dancing, but we will stop that motorway from being built. What they are doing in there today is signing a contract. Contract is only a bit of paper. A bit of paper is of no relevance to us. They'll still have to physically build the motorway and they'll have to go through us to do that. What it means for people in the immediate area is the destruction of other woodlands, the destruction of the areas that their kids grew up in and their kids play in, the destruction of the places that they can go for walks. It'll mean extra asthma for some of the highest asthma areas in Glasgow. It has no economic benefit. It just means that you're wasting £53 million on a motorway instead of spending £53 million on alternative transport, which everybody in the 1990s knows is the only sensible thing that you should be doing, spending it on alternatives.
Shame on you! 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 Shame on you!
Well, we got back home about 6 hours ago. I'm just answering letters and things that have arrived for me, band stuff. I've been away for a few weeks, moving away or something. Just now I'm just writing to people in Greece to tell them what time we'll be arriving in Athens after we get back from France, Spain, Portugal. I'll just write them, tell them the details when to pick us up at the airport. Then I'm going to have a bath, because I've not had a bath for a few weeks. I need to wash my hair, have a shave, and I've got to get equipment sorted out, fixed up, cleaned up, ready for the next bit. France, Spain, Portugal.
This place is shit. Okay, we're here in Gay Paris. Before the gig, we've got a few hours to spare, so we thought we'd check out the Eiffel Tower. And here it is. I've got to say that we're not really terribly impressed. If you see it there, it's fucking pathetic. It seems pretty obvious to me that whoever built it is just fucking compensating for having a small penis. It seems kind of symptomatic of another kind of sick, phallocentric Western society. A monument to phallocentricity. Have you ever noticed how a lot of Continentals, that man there, their taste in trousers is very different from the kind of conservative taste of British people? I mean, most of us, we've just got like kind of ripped to fuck sort of army trousers and stuff. Whereas a lot of Continentals are into hideously loud, bright red cords and stuff. Or else, a lot of these Polish characters have like real stripy trousers and checkered ones. And that.
At their knees.
Yeah, it's really weird. But this is what's so good about touring, because you're brought into contact with other people's cultures and stuff. And, it's cool. Broadens the mind. Travel broadens the mind. Their kind of weird taste in clothing doesn't just go for their doesn't just apply to their trousers. Like their hats are really different as well. Like if you take the where is it? I lost it. Here we go. This is your kind of punk rock hat from Britain. Okay, just a kind of black kind of fucking thing like this. Now, this is one I'm now discarding because I've picked up this new thing in Poland. This kind of Polish peasant's hat, which if you put it on, you see is a trifle kind of more daring than your kind of conservative black one here.
today we're off to Madrid. We've got to get there by 1 or we don't get any food. We had to sleep in the car because we had such a big distance. Wasn't very comfortable in the car between France and Spain. And I mean, it's okay, you know, but if you're starving and tired, you don't really feel in the mood for playing, I can handle it, but you know, you can't give your all if you're starving and tired. It's good to give your all.
Hi there. Good morning.
Here we are in Madrid.
We've got to meet this guy at the big bullfighting ring over there.
Here we have the shame of Spain. This is where countless bulls are murdered, slaughtered for the so-called entertainment of mankind.
Got a statue, a tribute to some prick bullfighter that died. Wish I'd been there to witness him suffer.
We think it's good that he died. It's like bull's revenge. We've just played, there's lots of Nazis hanging about outside. I think they know that we're a militant anti-fascist band. The police have been outside all the time as well. We had to stop after about half an hour. We just left the building. See, there's quite a few Nazis hanging about. Loads of police, loads of anti-fascist punks came out. A bit of a scuffle broke out. Police started beating up all the punks, protecting all the Nazis as usual. They always do that, they always protect the far right. A bit of a minor scuffle, minor riot maybe, but I don't think it's over yet.
Fucking Nazi skinheads!
Yeah, we want to kill off me.
Kill off the white man.
Kill off the white man.
How?
Our friends, they are in the bus station.
Police
alone.
protecting skinheads.
With the spirit of travel within them, Polloi continue to tour on shoestring budgets, spreading the anarchist message to the kids, and playing a little music along the way too.
finish this off. We need some more fuck. We need to finish this off. America, mierda.
Excuse me, Bin Laden.
Okay, pictures of America. Gracias.
Free the henge.
Anyone who bought a copy of the Anti-Fascist Action magazine Fighting Talk off us. I know there's a few Alpha folk here tonight, so for them. Be going around with a collecting tin later if anyone's got any spare copies, that's always appreciated. This one's for all the Alpha folks, this one's called Bash the Fash.
children, don't they? We'll try that again. This one's called D-I-Y, especially for you, sir. D-I-Y.
So it's Punk's Picnic, Punk's Picnic, Punk's Picnic. Oi, oi, oi! Alright! So it's called Punk's Picnic.
Come on! Anti-fascist action. Get out, stopping the bastards on the street. This is what's called Nazi scum. Fuck you, action. Good night. This is a boogie. stuff.